Catalyst Wrestling. I'm Steven James, and this week we will see who will become the new Freestyle champion as 4 of Catalyst's toughest square off as Devantes, Anthony Gangone, Ray Jazz, and the longest reigning title holder in Catalyst Wrestling history, Ghost Shadow, face off for the chain vacated by Matt Makowski. The third ever Freestyle champion, Ghost Shadow, made history with an 800-plus day reign as the Freestyle champion, taking on such talents as MLW middleweight champion Myron Reed and international standouts such as Facade and Jordan Oliver, before succumbing ultimately to Makowski in late 2021, submitting for the very first time in his nearly 3 years inside of a Catalyst ring. A former Sapphire Television champion and challenger for the Catalyst Championship, Anthony Gangone, has been a cornerstone of Catalyst Wrestling since debuting in 2017. But for the last 2 years, Gangone has been hunted and tormented by Zach Amico and his Hudson County Horror Show, which Gangone has turned the tables on him and former owner and my broadcast colleague when he kidnapped intern Lucas and then traded him for Harry, who has not been seen ever since. It's been a weird 5 years. Speaking of weird, Zach Amico's hardest-hitting horror show disciple, Devantes, looks at his first shot at a Catalyst Singles Championship as he competes for the Freestyle chain in a match he was initially scheduled to face Makowski in to conclude their best-of-5 series, which of course is presented by Downtown Sports. An NCAA All-American and motivational thought leader, Ray Jazz, looks to keep his successful run in Catalyst Wrestling going by becoming the 5th Freestyle champion in Catalyst Wrestling. Let's go to Jazz, who's with our own Perry Sook.
I'm here with the winningest wrestler in NYU history, turned pro wrestler. But tonight, Ray Jazz, you are going for the Freestyle championship that's been vacated. What are your thoughts?
Jazz, tip of the day, take advantage of every opportunity given to you. And unfortunately, Matt Makowski's out with an injury. But life goes on. A winner must be crowned tonight.
One certainly must be. Do you think you have a good shot tonight?
You know, I take on 3 very tough opponents tonight. And one of my opponents have been undefeated here for about 3 years.
Wow.
But guess what? I'm undefeated here as well. And it might only be 2 matches, but they have not seen anything yet from Ray Jazz. And that is your Jazz tip of the day. Take care, everyone.
There's been a lot of talk about families here in Catalyst Wrestling. Well, Matt Makowski found out what happens when you screw around with our family. And while he's sitting at home nursing his boo-boo, my main man, Devantes, is going to be competing for the Freestyle Championship. And I don't care if it's a regular match, a 3-way, a fatal 4-way, a ferocious 5-way, a salacious 6-way. All that means is more bodies for this man to pile up. And I'm gonna be in his corner. And I love to do your dirty work. Oh yeah.
Experience the peak of New York nightlife at any of Sapphire's 3 locations in the heart of New York City. World-class food, world-class bartenders, and world-class entertainment and atmosphere, Sapphire New York will leave you wanting more. Find out on how you can have an elite experience at nysapphire.com. This show is brought to you by Downtown Sports, where sports come home. They've had guests that include Kenny Albert, Ian Eagle, Pat Creighton, Brian Hoke, and more. To hear the best sports, listen to Downtown Sports, where sports come home, on Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, Radio Public, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Bullhorn, Podbay, and Listen Notes. Downtown Sports, where sports come home.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the vacant Catalyst Wrestling Freestyle Championship. It is presented by Downtown Sports, where sports come home with the mouth of the South. John and Jonathan, the beasts from the East, as our guest timekeepers, and Super Secret Arts. In this corner, I'll see what we say.
I'm just not standing in the ring with that piece of crap Gangone. Introducing first, your next Catalyst Wrestling Freestyle Champion. He is the #1 Brain Smasher, Bone Basher, Thrill Thrasher, and Check Casher. He is not main man.
And in this corner, he is one above all, Anthony Gango. In this corner, he is the Jersey legend. This is Ray Jazz. And in this corner, with a record-setting Catalyst Wrestling Freestyle Championship reign, the former champ, the Destroyer God, this is Ghost Shadow!
Ghost Shadow with over 880 days as champion, looking to grab his prize.
Yeah, and it's a good opportunity to make another 800 days.
I'm just saying, we really have to does it have to be a four-way? You just have the two top guys, Devontae's versus Ghost Shadow. That's all we really need.
Ghost Shadow never one to back away. Competition, and Gangone immediately going after Devontae's. This is more about like 1-2. Tried to steal one there. Ray Jazz looking for the victory. 2.
I gotta tell you,
Gonna pin everybody. This isn't gonna work.
I don't know. It didn't work now, but it might work.
Might work later.
He tried to take advantage of Gangone going directly after Devontae's. That's the one disadvantage that Gangone has here, is he has to maintain his composure.
I don't know. I like Ray Jazz's strategy. It's one pinfall to a finish. Am I correct?
Fair enough, but you
So the most pins, I imagine, you got the most opportunities to win.
And the opportunity now on Devontae's as an uneasy alliance, however brief, between Gangone and Ghost Shadow, now dissolved. Oh, and Gangone showing why the former Sapphire Television champion is always in any conversation when it comes to championships. Going over. Look at the agility of Devontae's. Oh, and shoving Gangone out of the ring was Devontae's.
The thing about being in conversation, Steven, is it's all talk.
Oh, Ray Jazz up top.
Ray Jazz is a blue
1-2.
shipper.
And this is something I've been looking forward to.
Okay.
Ray Jazz, look at the intensity from the NCAA All-American wrestler.
He set records across the nation.
Now, setting imprints on Ghost Shadow's head.
As impressive as Ray Jazz is, I don't think you run into power like Devontae's, and this is going to be a problem.
You're absolutely right. No argument for me there. But no one should be counted out.
And that midsection, Ray Jazz feeling the pain.
Here goes the former champion. Look at that!
Shoving Devontae's out with that drop kick. And look at the smile. He's right where he wants to be. This man thrives on big match fights. Oh, and Gangone on the outside.
See, that's where Gangone's going to get himself into trouble. He's really playing into his emotions. He should be focused in the ring.
Yeah, but Gangone is all about trouble. And speaking of trouble,
Ghost Shadow going up top. On a moonsault!
So dangerous.
See, now, had Gangone been in the ring, he wouldn't have got hit with that moonsault.
Documents. What are they? Who can really say? Documents have mystified mankind since the dawn of civilization. How can you navigate a frightening world filled with legalities and legalese? That's where the skilled legal documentarians of Culpeper Legal come in. Representation for your documentation. When it comes to documents of a legal nature, Culpeper Legal provides you the peace of mind you and your loved ones need.
Documentation, representation. Culpeper Legal.
Culpeper Legal is not a law firm.
Experience the peak of New York nightlife at any of Sapphire's 3 locations in the heart of New York City. world-class food, world-class bartenders, and world-class entertainment and atmosphere, Sapphire New York will leave you wanting more. Find out on how you can have an elite experience at nysapphire.com.
All four men on the outside. The pinfall can only happen on the inside of the ring. You got to imagine the first one back inside is going to have the advantage.
Now, Ghost Shadow caught a little bit of the ring on that moonsault. He's the first man up. That's the toughness of this veteran.
Brings Gangone into the ring.
Scary moment there. Ghost Shadow trying to will himself back to his championship. To the corner goes Ghost Shadow. Gangone pushed out. Oh! Front drop kick.
Face full of feet.
Sweeping the leg. Oh, double knee. And Ghost Shadow looking firmly in control.
The former champion looking like he never lost his medallion.
And that is actually a departure from the last couple of matches we've seen with Ghost Shadow. He's gone for a little bit more of a technical style. He's really smashing people in the face, which you love to see.
Ray Jazz showing some agility of his own. Spinning heel kick catching the former champ. Again, this for the vacated, the power of Ray Jazz, the vacated Freestyle Championship on the line. Ray Jazz holds the most wins in NYU wrestling history.
Absolutely. Probably out of everyone here, the best pure wrestler in the ring. Everyone has their own unique style, but no one's wrestling quite like Ray Jazz.
I mean, who are you beating in a wrestling match at NYU, really? I mean...
He has victories here.
And caught with the spine buster. Devontae's the raw power, but not paying attention.
That's cheating, Gangone. I mean, get him out of here.
Oh, stop it.
Not here, it ain't. Look at Gangone, looking confident, looking like he finally has the horror show right where he wants it.
But the ribs from that spear just a few weeks ago from Devontae's. The wear and tear on Gangone apparent.
Oh, wow! Taste of defeat.
Has him up. Retreats by the waterfall.
Beautiful. Can he get the cover? Will he go for the cover?
Ray Jazz out of nowhere.
That's the hard part about these fatal four-ways. Got to keep your head on a swivel. Caught inside parry. 1, 2.
All it takes is 3 seconds.
Oh! Into the midsection.
Wow, Gangone is on a tear.
Oh, but again.
Chop block.
Taking the knee out.
Devontae, scary quick.
Full on speed.
1, 2 for the medallion.
It's easy to forget how fast the Haas of Haas's is.
And it's also, just to show you his ring awareness, chop block, hook the same leg he chop block.
And a German suplex. Jazz, dragon screw takedown. Ghost Shadow back in the ring.
Picking his moments, Ghost Shadow.
Caught him, rolls him through. Oh, he's got the lock in. Submit Gangone.
Gangone is reaching for everything, with everything he has for that bottom.
Oh, and he taps out.
Oh my goodness!
And the match is over.
And just like that, Ghost Shadow starts another historic.
The Destroyer God reigns again, and look at Ray Jazz, pissed off. Upset he wasn't a factor in the outcome here.
I mean, look, maybe we'll get the Devontae's Ghost Shadow match that we all deserve in a future date.
Oh, what are you talking about? And look at the familiar sight as we've seen time and time again. Your Catalyst Wrestling Freestyle Champion, the Destroyer God, Ghost Shadow.
Ain't playing with these kids. Just coming back home, baby.
Experience
Experience the peak of New York nightlife at any of Sapphire's 3 locations in the heart of New York City. World-class food, world-class bartenders, and world-class entertainment and atmosphere, Sapphire New York will leave you wanting more. Find out on how you can have an elite experience at nysapphire.com.
Documents. What are they? Who can really say? Documents have mystified mankind since the dawn of civilization. How can you navigate a frightening world filled with legalities and legalese? That's where the skilled legal documentarians of Culpeper Legal come in. Representation for your documentation. When it comes to documents of a legal nature, Culpeper Legal provides you the peace of mind you and your loved ones need.
Documentation, representation. Culpeper Legal.
Culpeper Legal is not a law firm.
This show is brought to you by Downtown Sports, where sports come home. They've had guests that include Kenny Albert, Ian Eagle, Pat Creighton, Brian Hoke, and more. To hear the best sports, listen to Downtown Sports, where sports come home, on Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, Radio Public, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, CastBox, Bullhorn, Podbay, and Listen Notes. Downtown Sports, where sports come home. After nearly 5 months, Ghost Shadow has reascended to his throne as Freestyle Champion. Let's go to Perry Sook, who is with the new, current Freestyle Champion, Ghost Shadow.
I'm here with the now 2-time Catalyst Freestyle Champion, Destroyer God, Ghost Shadow. Ghost Shadow, tell me...
Yeah. Listen, I got some business to handle. Matt McWowski. I'll give it to you, kid. You're pretty good. But I was caught out there playing with my food, that's all. Heard you got injured. Well, let me tell you this. I would love to injure the other leg. See, the way I see things, you took something from me. But I didn't get to right the wrong with you. So the next time I see you, I'm gonna destroy you. No more cute tricks, no more playing games. I'm not gonna take you lightly next time. Next time, I come to destroy.
We're all very excited to see what comes out of Ghost Shadow's second reign as Freestyle Champion. Of course, it is championship season here in Catalyst. Pardon me. Guys, you cannot keep doing this. Okay. Let's go to Perry Sook once again with Ray Jazz, who is looking to give a post-fight interview. For everyone here at Catalyst Wrestling, happy Mother's Day, and we will see you next week for more action.
So, Ray Jazz, we are here. You didn't walk out the Freestyle Champion tonight, but you weren't pinned, and you didn't tap out. What can we expect for your freestyle future?
You know, I'm going to break my own golden rule here because I'm just so frustrated. Jazz, tip of the day.
Number
you
2.
ain't first, you're last. And I didn't get my hand raised tonight, did I?
You did not.
No, I did not. And I didn't even get submitted or pinned, and I still lost, which is unbelievable. I just can't wrap my head around it. And I swear, next time I'm out here in Catalyst Wrestling, it's going to be different results.
Taking it all. You heard it here first. Ray Jazz coming back.